Hey friends, last year I grew 8 months worth of onions, and this year I plan on surpassing that. And here I started a whole bed of onions in October 2023. It's now April of 2024, and most of them are ready to harvest. I am growing two varieties of onions. I'm growing a Texas Grano, which is an onion with a white flesh. It's very sweet. And I'm also growing red rock, which is a red onion, obviously. These are short day onions, meaning that they need 10 hours of daylight. And as soon as the day length hits the 10-hour mark, the onion begins to form its bulb. These varieties are ideal for southern growers like me and like you if you are here in the South. Many of you might know that I'm based in Northeast Florida, so this is perfect for my climate and my region. I grew a number of these from seed, and I also noticed that my local nursery had a few seed starts for sale. So I took advantage of that and I began planting those as well. So let me give you a little bit of background about how I got started and how these progressed over the months. So when I sowed these, I knew that they were way too close together. You're usually supposed to grow onions about 5 or 6 inches apart. And at the time, I knew that I would eventually need to split them up so that they can grow fully with enough space for themselves. I made a video about just that, so check it out if you would like to understand more about separating onions and spacing them out properly. Once I did that, I covered the onions with mulch, which maintains the proper conditions under the soil. This is some of my mulch here. These are just pieces of wood. The onions begin growing like tiny blades of grass, and then those leaves get taller and thicker and stronger over time, like this. And in my experience, I noticed that the bulbing phase begins a couple of months before it's time to actually get to the harvest, which for me was late February. Now that I'm on the topic of harvesting, let's actually get started. So here they are. Let me take my camera off the tripod and show. These are it. Okay, I'm just going to show you which onions I plan on harvesting. It is not this entire bed, and I'll tell you why. When the necks of the onions start to bend, that means they're pretty much ready to harvest. And for me, that is most of the onions that are in this area of the bed. Everything over here, I believe these are mostly the red rocket. All right, let's get started. That's pretty, isn't it? Nice size. And they're coming out so easily. I don't really have to tug at them. That lets me know that the soil is pretty loose, which is what onions really, really love. Nice. That's a nice size. Not gonna lie. I'm so happy. Look at this. It's huge. Uh-oh. Nice recover. Look at these. All right, this is the final corner that I'll be working in. Okay, this is what we have so far. Look at that, isn't that nice? All right, so like I said, I'm growing two varieties, the Texas Grano, which are these white ones, and the Red Rock, which I haven't harvested from yet. Those are still in that corner. They're not ready to be harvested yet because those necks are still upright and strong. There are a few more Texas Grano in here and in front of me. I haven't even touched that bed, but there's nothing in there that's ready for harvesting yet. So I might do a part 2 video where I'm harvesting the remainder of these onions, and in that part 2 I want to show you how I'm curing them. I'll just tell you now. I'll show you later, but I'll tell you now. I'm curing them by storing them in the garage so that they can dry out. And then once they're dried out and cured, I could just store them in there for as long as I need. They'll last several months in there, so I'll just be doing my grocery shopping in my garage. But yeah, anyway, that's all for me in this video. Please like the video if you learned something and if you found value in it. And also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, thank you.